when I bought the small piece of lakefront property 5 years ago. It was meant to be a quiet retreat, a place to get away from the city, disconnect from the chaos, and enjoy nature. The modest one-room cabin I built with my own hands stood as a symbol of peace and independence. Nestled between tall pines with a direct view of the water, it was everything I had hoped for. I never imagined that one day it would be bulldozed by mistake by the very people meant to protect the neighborhood. The local homeowners association had always been pushy. They had long dreamed of a scenic walking path around the lake, and at meetings, I heard them talk about plans to beautify the shoreline. I stayed quiet. My property was technically adjacent to the HOA community, but never under its jurisdiction. The previous owner had sold off most of the land to the HOA years ago, but this particular slice mine was never included. I double-checked every document when I bought it. I wasn't a member, I didn't pay dues, and I certainly never gave them permission to touch my land. So imagine my shock when I arrived one weekend to find my cabin gone, flattened. Where my little sanctuary once stood was now a wide gravel trail marked with fresh stakes and pink ribbon. I stood there speechless, trying to make sense of the destruction. A neighbor told me they'd seen bulldozers earlier in the week and that HOA board members had been overseeing the trail development. I called the HOA president immediately, and his casual, almost annoyed tone sent my blood boiling. "There must have been a mistake," he said. "We thought that land was part of the common area. You weren't on our maps. A mistake." They leveled my home based on outdated maps and assumptions. I filed a police report, then hired a lawyer. The deed was clear. This land was mine. The HOA had trespassed and destroyed private property. When faced with undeniable legal proof, their tone changed. Apologies followed, along with a rushed offer to rebuild the cabin, but it was never about just the structure. It was about the principle, the invasion, the sheer arrogance. Now I'm pursuing a lawsuit not just for the damages, but to make sure they never make such a reckless move again. The path they were so eager to create, it's on hold, possibly forever. They forgot one crucial detail: this quiet little corner of the lake still belongs to me.